Hey guys, welcome back. It's Lucid and we're playing Rlyeh. So you can see we got some fire gems from Atlantis. That is from actually some info which I gave him for free and he gave it to me as a tip. So that's kind. I actually sent him, because I told him like, no, it's free, man. You don't have to pay for it. And he's like, no, I'll send them anyway. So he sent those to me, which was cool. But I sent him, I think, some gems back. I think I sent him like 5 Earth or something back as a reciprocal gesture. We received 11 fire gems from Kengobia. That was for nature. And we finished construction 5, and we are well on our way to construction 6. We should have that this turn. We just had that weensiest bit left of construction 5. We cast a bunch of spells. Harspec, strike. Voice of Tiamat, we found a boiling current. I think that is a air and excuse me, guys, sorry. An air and fire site. Then we found a monstrous clock. That's a nature 1 site. A bubbling fissure, which is an air 1 site. I think. Yeah, I'm sure. And then a Black Sands, which is a Death 1 site. And then a bunch of strikes. Strike, and then we're done. So, like 5 gems. Feels bad. But, so we were kind of more lucky last turn. Can't be lucky on them all. And Pangea went for the Throne of Splendor, which is one of the reasons, not Pangea, Asphodel, which is one of the reasons we wanted to attack him, which we obviously haven't done yet. They have this goddamn sleep aura, too, which can set people asleep. They have to fail an MR check, so I think we'll do okay versus that. But basically, these guys have all sorts of little ward effects. He's got a lot of these dudes too, damn. Shadow Blast coming in. Got these dudes. Got a... Oh man, those are actually pretty strong. Sloth power. All things that we can deal with, though. This is probably going to be a ways off. Every game I record, I end up saying I'm going to go to war with somebody, and I never end up doing it. Because things change. You know, either somebody's scary, or this, that, or the other. Things always change. Oh, come on, cast some big spells. Come on, Nuki of Growth. What on God's green earth are you trying to do? And these guys regenning a ton. Now the Shades have, you can see some of them still die. The Shades do armor negating damage. But they should get fatigued out, yeah. From the heat and the cold arts. So you can see that has clearly worked here. They're all very, very tired. Come on, some death clouds. I'm pretty certain my god would kill this whole stack. But we have an non-aggression pack. Alright, I'm literally getting anxiety. Why do you have a Death 8 mage that is not casting spells? If she was casting spells, they would have won this fight. 100%. But she was very, very dumb. Got this dude, he's kind of cool. God, it would be good to steal some of these guys. I really want to fight. But anyway, he takes it. He loses about half of these guys, and he loses about half of the Centaur. So expensive, but probably worth it, because he gets all now as part of his Bless. That's going to be very nice for him. Yeah, okay. So that was that battle. Coming down, I pinged this to see what's here. This is the last province. The guy's gone AI. This is the last province he has. And it's actually a land province. It's a bug in the map, where this province needs a C tag, but it doesn't have one. So, anyway, we'll come over here and take it, but I need to figure out the best way to do it. We could send these guys, but I kind of want to go for the harder thing first, and then send these guys down here. I mean, because the thing is, yeah, I don't know. If we have just like 1 gem left over, That'll be enough, like 1 water elemental. But if we use enough of our gems, I can't get reinforcements down here for a while. We also still have darkness going on. So our income has been shit. I think I recorded last turn. If I didn't, then there's a turn missing. But this has been the second turn without income. So we are very poor. We're still the richest player, but we're very poor. Well, we're not richer than Rlyeh. He is literally rolling in money. So yeah, anyway, we're going to take out those dudes. The plan here basically is these guys are going to be on hold and attack, and these guys are going to be on guard commander, and so these should be able to deal with flanks. The problem is the Tritons are really fast. You know, it may be better to just drop water elementals 1 turn earlier, because they'll be here. I think this actually makes a bit more sense. Yeah. I think this makes more sense, because we're going to need them early. These Tritons are really fast. So, no, there's a chance we lose. Whatever. Nothing wagered, nothing won. And we've got these guys patrolling here. They're going to build a fort, but we're too poor with darkness up to start new infrastructure projects. But we are not too poor to keep recruiting mages. All our forts are still going full bore with mage and troop recruitment. This one, I think we're missing 1 troop. We also built... Oh god, I can't remember where. Well, we're building a temple here this turn. This temple will kick us up to 20 total. A lot. But that's also going to put us up at 6 Dom strength, which is a respectable Dominion strength now. So that's quite nice. We're preaching here. We're really trying to take control of our Dominion, guys. We've made so many priests. Like, look at this. Priest, priest, priest. This is what you have to do underwater, I'm telling you. You get done with expansion. Maybe you're done with your first war. You have to have so many preachers, guys. Look at all these preachers. This is the only way we're going to have any sort of semblance of control, especially when you're running a low Dom build. But even if you're not running a low Dominion build, you're still going to need a lot of preachers. We got preachers coming here. We got preachers coming here. 2 preachers coming here. We got preachers here, 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 here. There's 1 moving. We've got a temple built here. We're making 2 more preachers, so they can go here and here. Sure, is it slowing our research down? Yeah, but we're getting to the point where it's going to be very hard for us to control our Dominion if we don't get on top of it now. Like this province here with 5 enemy candles is going to be very hard to get out. But these ones with only 1 enemy candle, we can do something about. This one is going to be here for a long time. So we'll have to see. It's going to be very tricky. The other thing that happened, well, let's go through the rest of the things. So we attacked Jotun here underwater. We took that. He sent his Gaija over here. With this dude, he'll actually be rather easy to kill. Well, he does have a gore. We do have to be a little careful sending our god in versus him. But our god would murder him. So would Meteorite Guard, to be fair. He would kill probably a few of them, though. Give fear to him? No. Yeah, skeletons. Animate skeleton, erase skeletons means he's probably only enchantment 3 or 4. Means he can't do full-on turbo communion stuff. We take this out. With mostly, I mean, this is a lot of void critters. Man, we almost lose this guy. Oops. Oh, but we don't lose anything. And then here we have the final battle for the throne. So Sablecat was telling me for a long time I needed to put a charcoal shit, and I was like, oh, we'll get it. You know, we'll kill so many a turn, we'll be able to get it. We were not able to get it. So we finally got our charcoal shield on him. And that's going to make a big difference. Because you can see they murder themselves on the charcoal shield very, very quickly. Clearly the right item for the job. We're getting defense down, harassed down a ton. Now our protection is not phenomenal, so it is possible for hits to still go through. Skeletal body not very good here because they have slashing damage basically. I think they do land 1 solid hit on us here. think one of these earth elementals smacks me in the face. Yeah, and they hit me for 23. They don't. That was a really high damage roll, by the way. But they have really good morale, so they don't care about awe or fear, which is part of my layers of defense here. And yeah, basically kill everything. And that's that. So we now have the throne. And yeah, then we get a bunch of events. So this one is important. The magical runes on the Throne of Elements have been deciphered. There seemed to be some kind of weird, or some kind of ward shielding the throne. Your advisor suggests further studies before you claim it. So this is a weird event. We basically have to send a mage of each of the elemental types here sequentially to unlock it before we claim it. If we don't, we get attacked by rather large mage-supported armies in the middle of each season, one for each season. So that would be annoying, but it should be something we could deal with if we do a PD dump. The thing is, it's going to be really hard for us to get like an air mage over there because we only have like one or two and they're in a lab underwater. Fire mage, we don't have any fire mages yet, which would be the first one we actually have to provide, I think, given how the seasons are lining up. A water mage would be easy, and an earth mage we could probably do. But yeah, I don't know. It would be kind of tricky. You get some gems for it. And if you unlock all of them, you get a few mages that join you, which would be nice. So would it be good? Yeah. Are we set up to do it really well? Not really. And I'd rather just kind of get income from it. But the cost of not doing it is... We'll see. We might try to do it. Because I probably want to have a fort built before we do it. That way, if they do end up taking it from me, like the defenders who are going to come in, they're not going to wipe the throne out, like my claiming of it. But we have to give up a fair amount of gem income. There's not a super great answer to this. I mean, we could just claim it right away and do a huge PD dump and keep Meteorite Guard there, and that should be enough. But it's very far from ideal. So we'll have to see. And then we got a bunch of other events. Here we got attacked by Huskarls, which sucks. And then Rebirth. And then this is the Void Gate giving us pearls. And then we summon some creatures from the void with necklaces. This is a bad event we caused in somebody else's land without doing anything, just from our existence. And some income, bonus income, which is very nice. And a bunch of good events, actually, which we're very happy. Sword of Summer is going to be really great. It's 100 supply. And then -5 defense. Constant Darkness. Still in place. I think we've got one more turn of it. I think next turn will be the last turn. A very deadly disease is spreading. That is a Bane Venom charm. I wonder who put that there. Who did we find here? Ulm? People are Bane Venom charming me. That is not okay. We'll be able to mind hunt it out reasonably soon, which is something we will avail ourselves of. So we'll see. Ulm had a big army here last turn, and he kept it here. I was thinking he was going to go attack, so I went and did an astral window to see, but he's just kept it here, which is very surprising to me. And he's got a big-ass army here. I wonder if he's going to maybe come underwater? Or we have a non-aggression pact, so he can't do that without breaking it. My god would probably be able to kill all this. And clearly it's looking like he wants to attack Micklin. My guess is he moves this guy here and this army here, and they're going to clean up all this goes for the kill. But who is to say? Who is to say? So on the Jotun front, let's talk about it. We got this fort's about done. It's coming up this turn, which is great. It's going to give us a forward base. I'm teleporting in one of my Star Spawn. Home Slice over here. He's going to teleport in. And that way we can build a lab and a temple and start making mages from which to continue our operations. These guys, we have taken most of the Jotun land. We're going to continue south. This is much higher income stuff. I care more about income than depriving Jotunheim of 12 gold. So we're going to come down here and do that. We're sending our god in... Oh, wait. I was going to send my god over here. But, okay, so let's talk... I set a trap up for Jotun. There's a small group here of like 60 dudes, 40 dudes, and I was almost sure they were going to attack here. But they didn't. They didn't. And we're actually starving a little bit, so I'm sending some dudes away. But Yeah, shit. I was almost certain they were going to attack. They didn't. And now they've got kind of a fair amount of dudes. They've got some guy, 100 guys over here. They've got these guys over here. And, you know, they can do the chill aura thing. I'm thinking... I mean, it would make sense for them to attack with both these armies onto this star. And I could potentially defend. I think if they attack and they get a clean fight versus this army, they'll win. Because they'll have Skelly spam. We have a lot of stuff, but I think they'll actually win. And this is by far my biggest army. And I really don't want it to die. The thing that could happen here, we're moving our god in to help with the battle here. I want to fight him in 2 parts. And I think I have a lot more dudes, so I'm pretty sure I should get the movement advantage, but I think they're faster than me. So that's one of the things that factors in. I don't know. My god is going to... So there's a few moves we can make. We could defend and hope they attack into me, but then I'm wasting turns and initiative, which... You know, to be fair, is kind of fine. But I could have my god come here and defend, and we could try to kill all of them with my god present. And I think with my god present, I think it would actually happen. I think we would actually kill. We move up here. The risk of doing this is that... Okay, so the risk of staying here is if my god isn't present, we would lose versus 2 of those armies. And what I think he will do, because he doesn't know how much PD I put there, and I'm huge, so if I wanted to, I could put like 60 PD. It's not a very good PD type, though. Archers and heavy infantry. So anyway, it's likely he would ping or something like that, which is wasting time, and I don't want to waste time. I want to eat him quickly. So anyway, that's an option. The other option is I come up here and attack him. If I attack him, the risk is that he moves into me and I move into him, and that he wins. And if he wins, we end up having a battle here without the support of my god, because my god is going to rendezvous. You know, the other option is I bring my god over here, which I'm talking myself into, because then I attack from the same way with my god. The other option is I say, fuck this noise, and I go pop this fort. And that's going to force his hand, and he's going to have to come fight me. I'm actually liking that option way more. Yeah, so let's pop this fort. This is a Jotun fort, right? Yeah, we'll pop this fort. And this way, there's no way this army's going to get blocked. It's definitely going to get to move here. Okay, the problem is there's not many ways... This doesn't really go anywhere, so it's a dead end, actually. But still, if he takes this with everybody, he'll be forced to attack me, because I'm going to otherwise take his fort, and I can bring my god in. That actually frees me up to do what I want to do, which is I don't want my god with that army. I actually want my god to come take this throne. So we're going to do that. And I was going to do Power of the Void because we were going to be fighting as part of an army, but here we're going to scale it back to just Astral Shield. Resist magic, empower magical beings, skeletal body attack closest. And this should be fine. And so next turn we'll have a guy here. He's going to build a lab. We'll probably be able to teleport somebody here and claim it. And my god can run off and join a death battle here, which seems ideal to me. The problem is once we take this, where do I go? I mean, I could go here and then back up. That might be safe, because I've got a lot of supplies here. Only 290. Well, I have a summer sword, too. We could also take a guy here. I could give a guy here a summer sword, and then I really wouldn't have to worry about supplies. But I could also use that to bring this whole army. But for like storming forts and stuff, more guys isn't really going to help. I don't think I want to overcommit more, because he could still chill me out or fatigue me out, and then I'm up shit creek without a paddle. So okay, I've talked myself out of this move. We're going to not do this, because there's... I think, honestly, it's very likely we would have a battle on top of this fort. But there's a lot of things about it that I don't like. Like, he might not be patrolling, and then he would get to see my god in my kit, and he gets to respond. I'm giving him a lot of information. And there's also the chance that he forces a fight here with 2 armies, and I lose my biggest army, and I don't need to take that kind of risk. But if I move here, if he doesn't do anything, it's good, because I get to take a fort for free. If he does do something... like he moves a big party here, then I get to bring my god in and I get to win in an important decisive fight. And that's also good. So that makes sense. I need to figure out who Who is Bane Venom charming me? Because this is not an event, I don't think. I don't see any kind of plague events. I'm pretty sure that's just a thing from a Bane Venom charm. Okay, anyway, not that important for us. We're a nation that can be played pop kill, so Bane Venom charms are not going to deter us. But okay, I think that's a much improved move, and that's going to go ahead and get me this. And I want to go ahead and get this turn. It's very important, and that brings us to, I think, the most important thing for this episode, which is planning out how we're going to use our fire gems, because I want to have running up enchantment, and I want to have, very badly, Tower of Heavens. And the reason is, we went and did some test games, Sable Cat and I, because, I just want to see how it worked in a game, because I've never cast it before. And so it does 500 gold. You get a site when you cast it, and the site gives you 500 gold, and it gives you 5 temple checks. That's a property of the site, and the site only lasts as long as you have the global up. Then through the events, anything, and it's not friendly, it's friendly provinces in friendly dominion, lose 15 unrest a month. So that seems real nice. The interesting thing about it is we did the test game, or I did the test game, and every turn it still kept a large amount of unrest in our provinces. Like we still had, 10, 15, 20 unrest in all our provinces. I was like, God damn it. It's making the unrest after this thing, like after the unrest reduction. So the unrest gets reduced and just about immediately gets popped back up. So we never see a turn without any unrest. So that's annoying. But turns out, because we did some detailed testing, because we looked at the turn order, this happens in the event phase, right? After the event phase, you have the gold collection income processing part of the turn. And after that, you then have the unrest from Dominion effects part of the turn. So basically what happens is the unrest temporarily goes down to 0 potentially, right? It processes income, and then it kicks it back up. So it's only a display error, basically. Like it's just saying, this is how much unrest you would have if you didn't have the global up. So that's really significant. That means this will get our income significantly higher than we would even be able to get if we were patrolling every single province. But one of the main reasons we want to do this is because if you look at it, we are not at 0 unrest. We've got very high unrest in a lot of places. And these places that don't have any unrest, there's a very good chance we have no dominion there. Ooh, hello, death scales. So that is very significant, because especially once our dominion spreads anywhere, like a good thing to look at are like these provinces, not these, like these, 39 unrest. Right now, it's not a very high population province, but it could be kicking off a fair bit more gold, or like, where's a decent one? This is a decent one. This should be giving like maybe 70 gold, right? But it's not, because we have 30 unrest. So these ones it will get down very close to 0, because these ones basically have a lot of unrest building up turn after turn. Like this is going to be higher most likely next turn than it is now. So it's going to fix 3 problems. It's going to clear the unrest back down to 0 almost every single turn, and therefore it's going to mean I don't need to patrol my capital, and my forts, which kills population and generates corpses. So I'm going to have a faster growth rate, and it's going to basically kind of cheat the unrest system in a way where it happens. It'll get it down to flat 0 for income processing, even though it's not going to show up here, which actually is it's good for another reason, and that this graph should be underreporting my gold, which is very nice by about 15%, I think. So all in all, I think it's going to be about a 20% income boost, and we were at like 7+ K, I think, income. So that's going to jump us up probably to, I don't know. If it's going to give us probably like 1,400-ish gold boost, which will compound a little bit the longer it goes on with us getting the increased population growth from not patrolling. And we're getting the 500 gold that it just gives you from the site. So it's probably almost around 2,000 gold a turn, which is a lot. And then in addition, we're getting the temple checks. So very, very nice. Very, very nice. But okay, how to cast it? And this is something we've been going over. And the more I think about it, the more I think we're not a fire nation. We're in position 1. People will go to rather large links to normally take down globals for people in position 1. So it makes sense to really try to not let that happen. So I think the safer move. This will incur more aggro in the sense that like people are going to be more likely to attack me, but people who can attack me or it makes sense to are going to do it. What I want to do is actually put up Eternal Pyre first. Oh, we have to get this all the way to 7. Yeah. Okay, so actually we have a bit more time because we have to get 6. Okay, and this actually all might kind of line up. I mean, not quite, but I want to do Eternal Pyre, and to do that, we're going to need to get one of these mages. There's really not another way. And to cast it, I think we need to be Fire 5. No, 6. So I'm going to need a Ring of Wizardry, a Fire Hat, and a Fire Death Booster. Yeesh. Okay. So that's going to be tricky, how to do this. Right, so we need that. And I've got Construction 6, so we're going to be able to get the Ring of Wizardry. I don't have the Fire Death Crosspath. You can get the Fire Death Crosspath somewhat reliably by casting Hidden in Sand, actually. I'm trying to think if there's other reasons. Yeah, there is. Sablecat was saying one of the things I might want to do, he was saying this since before we started the game, is Fire and Power a death random cap only mage. And the thing we get from that is we get access to Fire Death boosters, and we're going to get access to Rune Smashers, right, with the Fire Water Crosspath. They can also in a pinch do like Solar Eclipse, but we're not going to want to use them in combat. So I think that's a pretty good idea. We don't actually really need... Oh no, okay. So I said we could do it on the non-cap only ones who aren't insane, but you won't get death and water on the same one. They're either going to be astral water or astral death. So we can do that this turn. The problem is you start adding up all the fire gems I'm going to need to just support this, and it's pretty intense. Like, we're going to need a Fire and Power. That's 50 gems, right? Then we're going to need the Fire Hat, which is 25 or something, right? Then we're going to need the booster. Right, that's expensive, right? And then we're going to need to actually cast the global. We're going to probably want to do like a 200 casting, which you might say, how the hell are we going to even get there? You're only at 90, right? And then this isn't even the end objective. We want to cast this, but to cast this, I need the air cross path. And how are we going to get that? Well, I'd need... That's where we come back over here to construction, and I need to make a Graven Idol. So I need to nature empower something. And very quickly we get into a very sticky wicket. It would be a lot cleaner, in my opinion, to empower my god, right? So to do like a fire and nature on my god, but my god's doing other things. I don't want him to, every time I make a thing, I don't want him to have to do it. So, but the problem if I do the, if I fire empower this dude, and I want to cast that spell, we could get up to 3 booster with him, and that would have put him up to 4, but we need him up to 5. So I could empower him once and then again in air, and he could cast it himself, but that's a bit shitty. The other option, and that's why I moved this mage here, is we can empower this guy in fire. He can summon the idol. Now, all that is going to be another 50 fire gems for empower, and then 25 gems for the idol. So that's 75 more gems. So where are all these gems going to come from? Well, I think the first thing is just getting Eternal Pyre up and controlling it. And then after that, it's a question of the most efficient way to do it, which is either going to be fire empowering that death random, which the more I think about it, or I mean air empowering the death fire random, or the death fire guy, the more I think about it, the more that makes sense. The more that makes sense. So I think we actually do empower this guy in fire once. And if I do it, I might can do it this turn because I can start making fire boosters and selling them. And that's one of the ideas, is if I do it now, I can probably sell the fire boosters for a pretty healthy profit because a lot of people are going to be wanting them. And yeah, if I can get somebody else to make them, so I don't need to make them, because I messaged some people before I started recording. If I can do that, then I can skip out on empowering him in fire and go straight to the idol. But it's going to be a mess. So that's part of it. The other thing here is I'm trading a boatload of gems. I'm trading 60 earth to Agartha. He's going to be sending me 60 fire. Agartha is in a death battle with Krieg, which he's doing God's work. He's really doing God's work. But this is going to give him a lot more fighting power to fight back, which I certainly don't want him falling to Krieg if I can help it. On the other hand, I'm kind of happy about not having an amphibious nation right here next to me. So I don't know. I mean, I think everybody wants their neighbors to be locked in eternal conflict. So this seems to be going that way, but Agartha needs a little bit of a hand right now, so we'll give them a bit of a hand. I'm also probably going to be trading a significant portion of my air gems to Nick Knight playing Iru. And where is he? He's down here in Africa. So yeah, he's going to be turning those into sacred elves, but he only has fire to trade back, which is perfect. If I get my way, we are going to do like a 200 casting of Eternal Pyre. And once I have that, because the thing is, or maybe like a 210, I want to do it enough so that people are going to try to take it down. And somebody's going to be like, oh, he probably just put the bare minimum in it and, is making I'll tell people I'm making lanterns or something. I don't know. Which it's not a lie. I'll make lanterns once I have that guy has a spare turn. But that is not our end objective. So anyway, we're going to, do, instead of like a min cast, where we're just going to plan on it paying itself back, we're going to do like a big, powerful cast. Because I think there's no other way we can long-term guarantee we're going to control Tower of Heavens than if we have a good fire income. And right now our fire income's, it's not bad, but it's kind of garbage. It's our lowest of all of them. So that will hopefully help. And I really think we've improved this turn now. Having my god take this out right now, dodging this army, getting to see exactly what they're bringing so I'm not flying into anything blind, forcing him into action where I'm going to come here and take this, which by the way is a nice little province. A lot of good things to be said for all of that. You know what I probably should do? Do I have a... Okay, this guy is going to get the summer sword. I'm going to go ahead and ferry that out to him. Yes. That's actually probably okay too. No, I think we're going to bring him back. So this will be fine. We're going to now have plenty of supply. This guy, we're going to have him do spells. What is the range on Tangled Vines? 20? We'll do advanced gas spells, whatever. So, oh man, this is yummies. Okay, so anyway, that's basically the happenings over here. That's our plan for getting Eternal Pyre. We're going to try to do well over 200 for the first cast, which people would not expect. So anyway, we're going to do that. Then the other thing we're doing is we're bringing a pretty large portion of our our jellyfish army down, and they're going to come over here and potentially raid the coast. They can raid on top of Baratos, which will give some nice, and they can come down here and raid here, which will give some nice income. This is not Jotunheim. This is Utgard. I expect Utgard to move on top of this fort. So maybe I get some of this, like this little quadrant, and Utgard gets the rest. There's a lot for Utgard to take. Well, no, this is Jotunheim. We'll see. If I just get this quadrant, I'll be happy. Or even, really, I just want this. I want Windmasters, and I want the Lava Lake. Those are both, it's just such an excellent province for me. So anyway, hopefully with big armies over here, I can negotiate for that. So that is the other thing. We're doing a bit more Voice of Tiamat casting. On the site searching front, we're horror spexed out in this part of the world. I've got everything site searched in nature, and sadly I didn't find nearly as much as I wanted to. I don't have another nature mage here, do I? Well, I think what I can do is I can take this guy and move him over here, and I think from here we can hit some of these provinces deeper in with horror specs. Over here we're still horror spexing away, though we have Voice of Tiamatted our way through all the provinces over here, so there's not much left to do on that front. We could do some arcane probing, but I'm saving up for a Ring of Wizardry. And we've also deployed, I guess now's as good a time to mention as any, we've also deployed the rest of our necklaces, and we made a fair amount of them. We've got a necklace here now. I can't remember if we put a necklace here yet. Probably not, because we don't have a lot of dominion over there yet. Do we have a necklace here? Yeah, we have a necklace here now, which is nice. We don't have a ton of void critters here, but we have a few. It's probably, with this few void critters, this actually probably is not the best home for a necklace. We'll see if we can find a better one. This still doesn't have many. This has none. Maybe that is our best home for now. Madmen. And that's probably a slightly better home, actually. Madmen. This one has a lot. This actually is a slightly better home, so we'll go ahead and put it here. The more varieties of madmen you have, the more void critters you're going to get. So anyway, we're going to put that here. That should give us some void critters. Yeah, we're... Dark Knowledge, we're still casting some, but like here, there's nothing to cast for Dark Knowledge. And I don't want to... Like, there were some times it was letting me site search this. I don't want to site search this. I'm not... No idea if I'm going to hold that in the long run. I'm not going to waste... Oh, the other interesting thing was Aradnor did not choose to press in and take this throne. They pieced out. So I was kind of hoping we would bump them, because I actually went and set up a test game to make sure I'd win, and I would, versus my best guess at what their army was. We're moving in here, a small squad of Rlyehans, and from here we're getting this guy so I can build a fort here next. We have Bat PD type, which I'm not actually sure how it would do. It has really bad morale, but it would get the home province bonus, and it's probably a better typed PD dump than other things. So I don't know. I might do a PD dump and just claim it, but we'll have to see. I need to take a look at the armies that get sent at me. Theory craft that out, but we'll figure that out next turn. But yeah, otherwise things are going pretty smooth. Jotunheim definitely making me show him some respect. So props to him. He's got some fish knights here. But yeah, he's sitting on top of Dom Danielle. Has not been raiding, which I'm surprised. I thought I would raid more if I were him. When this gets cracked, I need to make sure I come over here and do a window on it. Yeah, I don't think there's too much to talk about. I know these guys have made peace, so he's also pieced out with Iru, and I can't really tell what Iru's doing now. He looks like he's mostly chilling. He's taking some of the dragon stuff. We'll have to see. But, oh, one last thing that's really important. I found a place to get blood mages. I've been, like, scouring the world for garnets, but we have found something almost as good. Or you could argue better. We have found a broken tower here, which has conjures. And everything about this just further commits me to this idea of taking over Blandos. So, it's got our blood economy, it's got a fire throne, which is super duper nice. It's going to be a system that once we take it over is going to be very hard to raid, so we can easily, set up a blood economy in here. If it does get raided, it's got tons of water access, so it's very unfavorable for land nations. So yeah, this, in many ways, this reconfirms me in that this is the right plan. That being said, we'll see. We still have, people are going to want to get their 1 or 2 easy wars finished before they turn on me. But better believe it, people are going to sharpen them steak knives and come after me in not very long. We are doing nothing to curb people's desire to want to, be nice to us. This is like, fuck you all. I've got this filtered for just the underwater nations, but it's like, fuck you all. We're playing to win. No diplomacy. It's possible, though, they could kill me, but I'm very friendly with a lot of them. I don't know if they will. Research we're losing to Rlyeh by a fair amount. Look how his research is even inflected up lately. Going crazy. Dominion. Our Dominion's starting to be really good. I think we're actually number 1 in Dominion this turn. You can see we went and did major efforts. Last time we were here to control Dominion. This turn it went up again. All these priests we've been getting have been paying off. So anyway, I think that's it, guys. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Cheers.